What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we talk about Michigan football's spring game, go over the key takeaways from the game, what stood out to me on the quarterback battle, Michigan's secondary and the defense, and also the wide receivers. And we also talk about Michigan revealing their 4 championship rings from the 2023 season. Also, Jim Harbaugh gets a tattoo for Michigan's national championship season. And we also got news on the Michigan-Texas game and Michigan-USC game. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Michigan football had their spring game today, and it was the maize team beating the blue team 17-7 as Michigan offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Kurt Campbell's maize team took down defensive coordinator Wink Martindale's blue team. The maize team scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to grab the win. So let's go ahead and get right into it. To start out the game in the first quarter, the blue team started with the ball led by quarterback Alex Orji and also Donovan Edwards in the backfield. During that drive, Edwards ran 5 times for 28 yards. Alex Orji also went 3 for 5 with 25 yards on the drive, and to end it, it was an 18-yard quarterback run from Orji as the blue team went up 7-0. Then Davis Warren was the quarterback to start for the maize team right away. In the first quarter, he completed a 35-yard pass to tight end Deacon Tonielli. It was finished off by a field goal from Adam Samaha. It was a 31-yard field goal. Now, he did make all his extra points. He did miss a short 30-yard field goal right before halftime. Then the next drive for the blue team, Jaden Davis, the freshman quarterback, was able to get in. He completed 1 pass on the drive for 11 yards to Tyler Morris, and that drive ended pretty quickly. Then Jaden Denigale came out for the maize team, and that was the drive that Adam Samaha missed the field goal, so it was 7-3 at halftime. Blue team leading. Third quarter, it was all defense. Jaden Denigale threw an interception to sophomore cornerback DJ Waller, who then fumbled the ball back to the maize team. Then they turned the ball over on downs on the same drive. And fast forward to the fourth, where Davis Warren found wide receiver Kendrick Bell for a 42-yard touchdown, which then put the maize team up 10-7. And the blue team had a turnover on downs after 5 plays, and then Warren found Frederick Moore over the middle, and Frederick Moore took it to the house. A 48-yard touchdown reception for Frederick Moore and put them up 17-7. Then on the last play the last drive for the blue team, Orji, he did lead them down, found the end zone on a quarterback run, but it was ruled a sack because the guy touched him in the backfield. Don't know if he was going to be able to sack him, but they did rule him down, and that's how the game ended. 17-7, maize team beating the blue team. So now let's go ahead and talk about the takeaways. Start off with the most talked about and concerned position, which is the quarterback battle. Alex Orji definitely showed he could run the ball, struggled a little bit passing the ball. His unofficial stats were 11 of 17 passing for 95 yards and 1 rush for 18 yards and a touchdown. And then Davis Warren, he really impressed again in the spring game. Talk about those 2 touchdown throws. His unofficial stats, he completed 6 of 9 passes for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. So what I took away from this is Davis Warren, he looks to be, maybe the best passer right now, but Alex Orji, if he can get the things going on the passing side of things, he will be your starter. He is very athletic. He can extend plays with his feet, and at times he did show a glimpse of what he could be. Now, one guy we didn't get to see today in the spring game was Jack Tuttle. He is currently injured right now, but right now, the quarterback battle seems to be between Davis Warren and Alex Orji. So let me know what you guys think, who you thought, which quarterback played the best today. And a couple more takeaways here. Donovan Edwards, he looked really good, especially on the first drive. Right away, he took the ball 11 yards, and then 2 plays later also had another 11-yard rush, and then he almost ran to the outside and could have taken it the distance, but Jair Hill tripped him up from behind. But nonetheless, Edwards showed his explosiveness, and he certainly looks ready for the season, that's for sure. On the defensive side, the secondary, obviously Michigan has to replace Mike Samerstill and Zeke Berry and Jaden McBurrows, who we've talked about They definitely have two solid options there. They both made some good plays in the game, and DJ Waller jumped the route on a Denigale pass and got credited with an interception. He did fumble the ball though and gave it back to the offense, but nonetheless still a great play. Jair Hill, he also had a good game. There's a really good throw from Jaden Davis, the freshman quarterback, to Peyton O'Leary. A perfect ball. Peyton O'Leary almost caught it over Jair Hill, but he just couldn't handle the ball going down to the ground. Jair Hill did do a good job, made it as tough as possible to bring in that ball, but so yeah, a great play by both sides. As far as the receivers, Kendrick Bell had a nice route, got in space and got open down the field for Davis Warren to launch a 42-yard touchdown pass to him. And then Frederick Moore, we have talked about him. He was explosive as he caught the ball in space and took it the distance, 48 yards. And I tell you what, man, Samaj Morgan, Frederick Moore, Tyler Morris, and if you can add another guy like Kendrick Bell or Peyton O'Leary stepping up this season, Michigan should have a pretty solid wide receiver room. Would be nice to add a bigger wide receiver in the transfer portal, but this game kind of how we expected it to go. I feel like a 17-7 game. Defense dominated at times, especially in the third quarter. But let me know what you guys thought about that spring game for Michigan. I thought the offensive line did a pretty good job too. Defensive line was able to get to the quarterback multiple times, but for the most part they did pretty good. And now I wanted to talk about before the spring game, Michigan revealing their championship rings, as they got 4 rings: Rose Bowl ring, 2 national championship rings, and the Big Ten championship ring. They all look very, very nice, as former coaches and players were in town to receive the rings as well. Also, Jim Harbaugh got a 15-0 tattoo as he promised. Very cool there, as he did say he would get a 15-0 tattoo, and he lived up to that word. So we also did get news that the Michigan versus Texas game will officially be kicked off at noon, and it will be big noon kickoff in week 2 of college football, going to be the biggest game that week and potentially the biggest game up to that point in the college football season. So that should be a really good game early on. Michigan has also officially branded the home game against Texas as a maize out, and then the home game against USC will be its first ever stripe out, which will be very cool to see. Now Dusty May, Michigan's basketball coach, was at the spring game. He actually said expect some more good news coming soon during halftime. And boy, he wasn't lying. Michigan picked up another commitment from the Yale transfer forward Danny Wolf, a 7-footer, and Michigan, that is their 3rd commit in 2 days. So good things going for the basketball program. I just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, Michigan, the maize team, beats the blue team 17-7 in the spring game. It was an eventful day, a fun day for Michigan athletics, as we got our first look at Michigan's 2024 football team, and a look at Sharon Moore's first Michigan football team as head coach. But with that, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.